Hello, me fixing everything, and because there is always something to fix, I'll show you today how to replace this Strut assembly on a Vauxhall Astra, OPEL Astra MK4, I think it is. Now, I'll recommend to you replacing the whole assembly instead of just the shock or just this part or just the spring, because these are very inexpensive. This one, it's a Black Friday sale right now and it costs like €7, but not on sale, costs like €20. And just the shock, brand new, is like 65. So if you decide to change just the shock or just this part or just the spring, you need a spring compressor, you need to bother with dismantling the whole thing, putting it back together like it should be. So what do you need to do when you're buying a brand new one? Make sure there is no a second-hand one, not a brand new one. Make sure there is no leaks and no oil-like residue here, because the shock will be leaked. Make sure in the end the spring sits where it's supposed to be and it's not snapped like here, for example. Let's check on this side where the spring finishes, right there where it's supposed to be, and here should be a little bit more space. Can you see how it's collapsed a little bit? Just a little bit. So it should be a little bit more, but it is reasonable. Yeah, so this is what you need to watch for, and it's a lot easier. I'll show you now. Now when you're replacing, you can see here the reason that it needs replacing is, can you see how much higher it sits? And this is how much higher it should sit. This is also used one. Yeah, but it's okay. Here is not okay. Okay, so I'll show you now how do you need to replace it. First thing I'm going to do is I will jack up the car and I'll take the tire off. Okay, now with the tire removed, you have a few bolts that you need to undo on the bottom. Maybe here is a better spot to film it on. Like this. The anti-roll bar link needs to be disconnected from the top. And because it's sometimes very tricky to disconnect, I'll show you now. 19mm spanner on the back. Your one could be 18. I'm not even sure that this one is not 18. 19mm nut. Sometimes it's a little bit different. Keep that in mind. Impact on the front. Yeah, and we'll just... Now, it's not that easy usually, yeah? Usually it's a pain like big time. Okay, this one still in a good condition because it's almost brand new. Now here on the bottom, 18mm socket, 18mm spanner. Yeah, gloves because you can hit your fingers and not be a happy person. Okay, one, and the second one on top. Good. One bolt, two bolts. Pay attention. The nut is pointing towards the back of the car, yeah? If you have a punch, you can just punch them out. If not, it's fairly easy to do it like this. Now, this one is free now. We'll just go. You can see. It does not feel. Okay, Now we'll go on top. There is a cap. Remove the cap like this. And now you need a socket and like a bend. I'll show you what you need in a second. 8mm, 17mm. Now what I'm gonna do to undo it, I'll grab here with my hand, yeah, and I'll just twist the shock on the bottom so it's getting undone, yeah. It comes off directly like this. There we go. And now I'll show you where is the problem actually. Can you see how collapsed this one is? Yeah? Can you see this one? That's the difference. Okay? This one? This one. And most likely this shock is also bad. Now, to put it back in, look at here. Can you see? That's a little bit different on the top as well. Let's put it back in. Yeah. You don't even need to bother with any of it now. That's why this one goes to the bin, this one goes to the car. Okay, now let's set the new one in, new old. Get the shock. And here, this thing on top, and then this nut. And now as tight as you can. And now is the very important moment to see that this is not left. This is the right one. Can you see? This is a pain. Proper big pain that is. Okay, now after 1 hour of magic, all of the parts on the top are replaced, and this one is in. This is tight, this one on the 19 is tight, and now I'll show you the top one needs to be tight as well. 8mm. It's okay. Everything is nice and tight. This one is here, and now be no knocking. We can also check how it sits, how high it is. You can see how much lower it sits right there, and that one right there. Okay, I'll try to give you and before and after if I don't forget when I'm assembling the video. Okay, I hope this video has been helpful to you, and we'll see you on to the next one. Bye.